Are you having trouble finding these on your map in Path of Exile 2? This is because you're not progressing through all the acts and you're having trouble doing so. But that's not a problem because I have a solution for you, and it's a very easy solution that just requires you to take a few minutes of your time to search and find the right answers. Just like in all games, everything is easy when someone teaches you what you need to do and how to progress down that line. So stick around and let's solve all those problems and get you into in-game mapping. First of all, I want everyone to understand you do not have to be a hardcore gamer to succeed in PoE 2. I myself am a very casual gamer. I can only fit maybe 4 hours, 5 hours in a day if I'm lucky, because I have a full-time job, a family with 2 kids, and other responsibilities which take me away from gaming. So I like to be able to move from point A to point B to get the full experience as quickly as possible. So you don't have to be one of these guys in order to be one of these guys. All that you need to do is understand that there are little mechanics in the game which will help you succeed much better if you use those assets in the right way and don't waste them in the wrong. Now, we all know what these are. The exalted orb is one of the most important crafting items in the game currently because it is getting us extra modifiers on rare equipment. However, what if I told you you can get way better equipment with much better odds if you don't use this to craft and instead you just buy stuff with it? So the first place you're going to want to stop is here, Path of Exile Trade. This is a page that is connected to Grinding Gear Games. You'll have to log into your account, but anything that drops in the game that has any value can be found here. In fact, if you want to trade, you can trade through your trade tabs inside of the game itself, where you can set different prices for different things. So in order to make it through the 6 acts and deep into the mapping stage, you are going to need to have the correct modifiers on your weapons and items in order to succeed. Now, you can use all of your currency and try to craft something, but you're going to end up using 10 times the amount of currency just to try to get that one piece of gear to the correct modifiers. Instead, if you go to the website mentioned before, you can easily get the maximum level modifiers with a fraction of the currencies. In fact, your build should look something like this. As you can see, all of my elemental resistances are almost or at the maximum level. This way, anything attacking me is not going to hurt me. I did not craft one piece of these gear, and I want to tell you, it only cost me 7 exalt to make this build, where I am clearly blowing through mapping stages right now, at least the early mapping stages, without any problem. Now, as you can see in this video, I am not having any trouble. I'm getting hit by all kinds of mobs. This is not a finished build. This was just me buying the gear I needed to get me to in-game to where I can grind and try to get myself better stuff by playing the game and surviving. If you don't do this, you will die easy. As you can see, sometimes I do take big hits. Without the resistances that I had on my armor, I would have been dead right there. Still not convinced? Take a look at my gear. Look at those resistances. This isn't the best gear you can find, but these are the numbers you will need to get your resistances to the max whenever you hit in-game. There's no way you're going to be able to roll these types of fire, cold, and lightning resistances with a minimal amount of exalts. It's going to cost you 10 or 12 exalts at least to get there. It only cost me 2 for both of these pieces of gear. And if you noticed in the video how I shot my bow endlessly without ever stopping, look at my rings. Look at the mana regen numbers on these. How many exalts are you going to have to throw at a pair of rings that you see dropping around you in order to reach this? These cost me 4 exalts. Go to the market.